Welcome once again to another episode of Swill and Grog's Wonderful World of Beer. This time around I'll be reviewing Colt 45 Malt Liquor, 6.1% alcohol by volume, a product of the Pabst Brewing Company, originally of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, whose headquarters are now in Los Angeles, California. Now, like Pabst Blue Ribbon, Colt 45 would be contract brewed at one of many Miller breweries throughout the United States. Now, Colt 45 was first introduced by the now defunct National Brewing Company in 1963. Now, that's 50 years ago, so this brand has been around for 50 years, believe it or not. Interestingly, Colt 45 was named after running back number 45, Jerry Hill, of the now defunct Baltimore Colts, and not the gun. Anyway, enough babbling about the specs and history of Colt 45. I think it's high time that we actually cracked it open and made an assessment. Now I'm going to pour it out into this nice, well, what was a once nicely chilled mug that I acquired from IKEA some time ago. So let's just crack it open. I'll give it a mighty good crack. Okay, there's some nice smoke coming out of there too. I'll give it a nice pour into this mug from IKEA, and we'll make an assessment of it as we always do. Okay. Alright, so that does look awfully good, I must say. So in terms of its appearance, it's a very clear, pale golden colour with a very decent amount of carbonation there. I think it's got just a little over 2 fingers of bright white head. So it does look very appealing to the eye. Anyway, let's check out the aroma, shall we? Alright, well, I'm picking up a very, faint smell of, sweet grains there. There's also some, corn adjunct present. But all in all, it's quite a pleasant aroma. There's, nothing offensive about it. Anyway, I think it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So a huge cheers to you all. Let's dive in. It's quite nice. Well, I have to say the taste, really does follow the nose. Up front, there's a nice, flavour of sweet malts. That corn adjunct is, somewhat present too. Its finish is, quite dry, and, the bitterness, of course, is, very minimal, only there for balancing. But, I got to say, I'm really compelled to take another gulp. It really tasted quite good. Well, it's certainly holding that taste profile. Really enjoying the flavour of this brew. Actually, it's surprisingly good. I know that it doesn't rate too highly on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer or any of those sites, but look, I think that this is just a good sort of solid brew. It does actually remind me a lot of Carling Black Label, but with a little more kick. And I have to say there's actually something appealing just about the simplicity of its flavour as well. I mean, it's very smooth. It's very crisp. It's it's very drinkable, and I wouldn't think that this was a beer that was 6.1% ABV. The alcohol presence is it's very well hidden, as a matter of fact. Anyway, I must have another gulp. This is very tasty. Alright, well, look, I'm really enjoying this brew. It's very decent, and you know, I would dare say that it's, you know, drinkability is going to be astronomically high. Although being at 6.1% ABV, it's you know, certainly going to creep up on you if you you know, slam down, you know, a 6-pack of this. Now, its sessionability, of course, is also going to be like really high, but again, it's yeah, probably going to hit you a bit harder than you know, your regular lager would, but it is a malt liquor after all. What would I give it in terms of a score out of 10? Well, I do need to have one last gulp. Well, in conclusion, Colt 45 malt liquor, it's a very smooth, you know, refreshing, you know, crisp, you know, malt liquor. And look, I'd certainly, you know, recommend that you all give it a go if you can get your hands on it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's pretty damn good. You know, it is what it is. I mean, it's nothing extraordinary. It's, you know, not some, you know, fancy sort of Doppelbock or, you know, Imperial Stout or, you know, double IPA. But, look, it has its place. And, you know, I think, you know, on some days, you know, all you feel like is just something that just, you know, tastes like a straight up beer. You know, just has a nice, simple, smooth sort of a, you know, taste to it. And, you know, this is certainly, you know, one of those brews that fit that category. And look, there's some really nice lacing on the mug there too. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this brew. So in terms of a score out of 10, I'd have to give it an 8.5 out of 10. So there you go. So an 8.5 out of 10 for Colt 45, a malt liquor. Anyway, that does bring us to the end of yet another Swill and Grog beer review. Thanks for joining me. And I hope to see you all next time. And yeah, so until we meet again next time to review goodness knows what, I shall say fare thee well to you all.